Okay, okay, okay. Boobs is out, ooh, ass is out, ooh, ooh, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Okay, what's up, YouTube? It is me again. Today's video is gonna be a journey. Let's just say that. I'm gonna tell you guys how I lost my virginity. Child. Honestly, it was so long ago that, the details are a little fuzzy, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Before I do that, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, get the notifications, and stay tuned because I'm gonna be posting more and more content. Before I start this video though, I wanna preface what I'm about to explain with a few things. First, I wanna say, to the other party involved in this story, I hope I'm not spewing any misinformation, but this is my side of the story. If you happen to see this, it's all love. I'm just telling the story, because, hindsight is 2020 and it's 2020 now. So I'm telling the story. Also, any young gay followers or viewers, anybody who still has their virtue, as they like to call it, I am going to encourage you to hold on to it as long as you possibly can. If you're still a virgin, please don't rush to lose your virginity. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I need to have sex, because human needs require sex at some point. I just, if you have it, hold on to it. I would also encourage you to use protection. So let me just go ahead and say, I was 18 when I lost my virginity. I need to stop bouncing so much, I'm on my bed. I was 18 when I lost my virginity. If I'm not mistaken, I was either fresh out of high school or I was getting ready to graduate. So one day, mind you, I turned 18 in 2013, so we're talking about 7 years ago. So one day we met up. I don't even know why we were meeting up, probably just to hang out. Mind you, that day I was not like, I'm gonna lose my virginity today. That was not the plan. It just kind of happened. And I had always been this person that was like, well, when it happens, it happens. I was not rushing to have sex. I was not, it wasn't urgent to me. It wasn't a necessity to me at the time. And even today, sex is still not like something I am like thirsty to do. Like, I'd be like, okay, bro, if I have sex, I have sex. If I don't, I don't. So this day was not different. I had to catch the bus to his house at the time. Mind you, I'm 18. I do believe I was out of high school, now that I think about it, because it was warm outside. So it had to be like right after I graduated type stuff. So maybe like June-ish, July-ish, I don't know. It don't matter. That don't even matter. It's like irrelevant. What I'm saying is, so we met up. I don't even remember where we went. I don't remember like what we even talked about that led up to the sex. I do know that we walked for a moment and then we ended up in the park. So we get to the park and we're chilling on the bench, and I believe we were like, kind of like snuggled up or something to that effect. Like, we were definitely like being very PDA about the situation. Mind you, at this time, I'm not sure if he was out yet. I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't believe he was out of the closet yet. That's my belief. I'm not sure if I'm correct about that. I was, however. So, but we was in the hood. It's not really, cool to be like holding hands in public in the hood. It was a little taboo. It still is. So we were definitely being a little bold and a little fast. So I believe we were making out and stuff, and then it started to rain. So as it started to rain, child, we went up under a tree. And the next thing I know, there were sexual acts exchanged under this tree. If you get my drift, just a little, wow. Now that I say that out loud, that was a little reckless. It's kind of fun though, now that I think about it. I haven't had a hot time like that in a minute. It's a little dusty over here. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's all right. I feel wonderful. I feel fine. You will not get one tear out of me tonight.
So then we proceeded to his house. I had to be snuck. I had to be snuck in the house and I had to be snuck upstairs. His room was right next to his grandparents' room, I believe. That's important to the story. So we get up there, we're fooling around, doing the things that people do when they do the sex. And at this point, in my mind, I'm still not thinking that we're about to have sex. I'm thinking that we just playing around. Because I have not had sex prior to this. Now I'm a virgin. So I'm not really sure what to do. I had always watched porn and I still do watch porn, so I felt like I kind of knew what was going on, but also I don't know. And I don't, and now that I think about it, I don't even know if that was his first time. It could have been. Fast forward to the action, we started, so we started doing that. But here's the thing, because I was inexperienced and apparently he was also inexperienced, there was no lubrication. There was no lubrication, okay? There was no lube. Now, that's why I'm a stickler for like when I have sex, like it has to be lubed up. I can't do the spit thing. Like it needs to be lube of some sort, like some sort of like lubrication so that you're not ripping my apart, okay? That's very important for anal sex, people. Maybe we should have a conversation about that. Male and female, lube it up. So we did it. It was a slow process because, not to give him too much, but it was very large. And for somebody who had not previously had the sex, that's a little jarring. It's a little much to just like inhale that much penis. That was a lot for me. I remember it hurting very badly. I don't believe there was any like full penetration because I don't believe I was able to take it off. I remember it hurting very bad. Then it was my turn. So again, no lube, no protection. I don't think I performed that well as a top. I mean, the sex was it was my first time. It was just like, girl, I don't know what we doing. It was dry, it was hurting. We had to be really quiet because again, I was snuck into the house and there are older people in the house on the other side of the wall. So as bad as I'm in pain, I am not allowed to make any noise right now and I am dying, okay? And then when it's my turn to get on top, it's a haze to me. I don't even know what happened. I know I tried it. I know I believe I penetrated. I don't know. So once we decided to wrap that up, because that was, it felt like it was going on forever. I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was very quick in retrospect. We decided to finish off, in a different way. I won't go into too many details. It's a little raunchy. I'll save that for my podcast, but I won't say where he finished because I am a lady. And again, this is not Pornhub, this is YouTube. And I don't want to get, in trouble for saying too much. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. So after we finished, I had to, again, be snuck out of the house. I think what he ended up doing was distracting his grandparents so that I could sneak out the house. And I just went home. I got back on the bus and I went home with a sore booty hole. Oh my gosh. And that's why to this day, like you will not catch me having sex without lubrication. It just won't happen. Because I know me, I'm sensitive back there. I need her to be like, she needs to be moist before we do anything. Okay, and not just with spit. Spit is not lube. I want you girls who like to use spit as lube, God bless you. I can't do it. At least not at this point in my life. I haven't even tried it since, because I won't. I'm traumatized. That's pretty much it. It's pretty uneventful. It's embarrassing. I feel like my first time went as a lot of people's first times have gone, which is bad. It just was not good because you don't know what you're doing. But I know what I'm doing now. Then the crazy part is we ended up not being friends after that. Ain't that funny how it works? You give nigga your hot pocket and he throw it in the trash. He throw you and the hot pocket in the trash. Like, it's just no good to one no more. But that didn't really hurt my feelings because I did not have high expectations for my first time. I always knew that, well, in my head, sex to me at that time was not like a big deal. It was just like, girl, if it happened, it happened. So I was like, oh my God, she took my virtue and now we're not friends. I wasn't even distraught about it. I was more so distraught that we were not friends. I wasn't distraught that we weren't friends after the fact that he took my coin purse and deposited it somewhere else. That's about it. I hope that was entertaining as much as I could have entertained you with a terrible sex story. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you want to hear about. Like, I got some ideas, but like if you want to hear certain stories, oh, I got them. I got some stories for y'all. So y'all just gotta tell me what y'all want to hear. And that's about it. Make sure to follow me on the Instagram, the Twitter. Like, comment, and subscribe like I asked you to earlier. Stay tuned for my podcast. My podcast is coming back and I might go into more detail about, you know, what happened regarding this situation. Maybe, I don't know. I have discussed it on my podcast before, but not in depth. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'm out.